Hey everybody, welcome back to the van build. If you are new to this channel, I'm Linnea and I have Akela right here next to me. And I have been self-converting our van Togo for about the past 8 months, and it is getting really close to being done. Before I get into any of the details for this week, I do want to put a little plug in for my new Patreon account. A few of you had reached out and suggested that I create a Patreon, and at that time, that was a few months ago, and I didn't even know what that was. But over the last 2 months or so, I've been looking into it and playing around with it, and I have officially launched my Patreon account. My plan is to use it for blog posts, extra pictures, what it's like behind the scenes, and hopefully to create a space for people to ask questions and discuss van life or adventures, traveling, minimalist living, whatever it may be. So if you are interested in supporting us in that way, it is absolutely not an expectation, but it is an option. I linked our Patreon page in the description, so go ahead, check it out. I will be done talking about that now. On to the van build. Last week, you guys, Akela, can you move your nose? Thank you. Last week, you guys saw me put in my backsplash, and many of you were very satisfied with things really looking like they're coming together, and I think that you are going to get that same satisfaction from this week because I am putting in my drawers for my kitchen area. The first few days of this week will need to be dedicated to deciding, measuring, and putting together the size boxes that I want for my drawers. I know I want 3 smaller drawers and then 2 deeper drawers on the bottom. Just like almost everything else in this van build, I have never even attempted to make drawers before. So wish me luck. I have a vision of what I want them to look like, and we'll just see how it goes. So I just spent the day planning out and cutting the pieces of wood that I need for just my first 3 drawers. I think I'm gonna have a lot more storage than I thought. How I'm going to be putting these together is just with my Craig jig, like I use for everything else. So one thing that you do want to do is just make sure that this fake front fits in between your sides.
Girlfriend, you got me smiling brighter each day. Stars are brighter, I feel lighter in every.
I did something stupid. So my last 2 boxes are freaking awesome. Beautiful, beautiful, right? This one will be in the back, you can't see it, and then this one will be like covered by the front, you know. But the first one I made, I didn't even think about doing that. Also overdid it a little bit on the screws. You can see that, and I'm embarrassed to show this one. Went a little overboard. Anyway, don't make this mistake. Just put your screws on the outside of your damn box. But I'm not gonna waste that wood. I'm just gonna keep it. It'll just annoy me every time I open that drawer. Good morning. I would normally have a cup of coffee in my hand, but I already finished it, so I am wired and ready to go. I had stress dreams last night about my drawers. I did buy some nice drawer slides because why not? So the slides that I got, and I'll link these below because I think I'm gonna really like them. They're ball bearing, full extension drawer slides. This is what they look like. I got the 22-inch ones, and they're really soft, and I really like that they're full extension so I can access the entire drawer. That's how my aunt says drawer because she's from the East Coast. Drawer. Now I need to figure out how to put these things on there. Luckily, I have instructions. I'm making sure that I've marked the front and marked the back, and I've been marking 1 1/4 inches from the bottom, this little front ledge here, lining that up with the front of my drawer, throwing a little pre-drill in.
Sometimes I'm all about the easy way.
I would say the best part about doing everything yourself is then having the understanding of how it's put together, how it works, and what you need to do if anything goes wrong. I'm gonna do 7 1/4 and see what happens.
You probably knew all along what my intention.
Shall we try it? My camera battery is about to die.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong.
So my camera battery died right as I was sliding in my first drawer to see if it fit. But it fit. I do have my 3 drawers in. Few things that I'm keeping in mind when I'm doing this. So of course I measured, you know, based on the drawer height where I needed my sliders, but then I also set them back 3/4 of an inch because my fronts are going to be 3/4 inch shaker style drawer fronts. So I wanted to make sure that they were set back 3/4 of an inch so that it can fit, you know, in here flush. And down here, I needed to make sure that there was enough space because I will be putting a 3/4 inch piece here because these are what I'm using as my little handle. And so the place, the little latch, needs to be basically directly above the drawer. This is kind of what it'll look like. So that's what I got. So the pieces for my last 2 boxes are cut. It was kind of a nightmare actually, but I think it's good now. I just need to put them together. But before I bring in the table saw for the day, I am going to start cutting 2-inch strips of 3/4 inch plywood so that I can prepare for cabinet fronts. I mean, drawer fronts. If you have not seen my cabinet video where I make those shaker style doors, I'm gonna be doing the exact same process for these, so I'll make sure that I link this in here somewhere as I'm talking about that, so that if you need that tutorial, it will be available.
Have you heard about the latest thing? Everybody's jacking in.
Good morning, another fun day on the build. Yesterday, I finished my 2 deepest drawers. Shit, I made this one too big. I didn't do it right. I did not measure correctly for this box right here. I must have done my math really wrong on that one. Well, okay, but no need to fear. Linnea will fix it. And this bottom one will be easy because I'll just line it up on the bottom. Shit. Wait, does that even work? No. Alright, I was getting a little cocky with my drawer making skills. I thought this was super fun, but I have to remake both of these drawers. Duh! So one of them is too big and one of them is too small. And this one is too small by probably a 1/8 of an inch.
Life is a winding road.
But
No telling where it goes.
I just had an idea. And I don't know if this is smart, but it might work. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to cut down a strip of 1/4 inch plywood and place it underneath the slider that's attached to my box. This will hopefully make the sliders meet up easier and allow the box to slide in and out without me actually needing to remake the box. So hopefully this works. Oh! We've got that side going well. Uh-oh. So this fits a lot better. The tracks I don't think are actually parallel. So I'm gonna do some measuring, troubleshooting, and see what I can do. Still not working. I changed a bunch of stuff. So this is one of those days where you just wanna give up. Not give up, but I'm just really stumped. By this time today, I thought that I was going to be completely done installing all of the boxes and done with the shaker style fronts. I just don't know what's going on with this box. I know I say this a lot. Everything takes longer than you think it will. Okay, I figured it out. Oh my gosh. I was cleaning everything up to go work inside and break these boxes down, and I just had this thought that I was just gonna try it out and see. I just took a really short piece of 1/4 inch ply and I popped out just this first little part of my slider. So it's actually kind of tapered in there. And now it's perfect. So I do not have to make this box again. Yes! Now I'm going to start cutting the pieces for the shaker style fronts. Finally. If you have not watched the video on how I made my cabinet doors, I'm doing the exact same thing. So I cut these to length so that they can have another 2-inch border on each side. And then I will router out the middle so that I can set in a piece of 1/4-inch plywood that will act as the middle piece of the wood. And when these are done, I will attach them to my cabinet fronts. I'm using this piece of 3/4-inch plywood because this is truly flat. This table is not. So this is what I'm using to work with because it really matters that these are flat. I'm going to choose which sides I want the front to be.
We used to hang around town pretty late. I spent the week thinking about our next day. It was easier then. So much easier.
Throw some glue on here.
Like
that.
I'm
gonna line that up. Clamp it.
Dad, I make my own rules. It was easier then. So much easier.
Now, got that really nice joint in the front. I'm going to continue that until it's done. Line it up really nice.
Yeah, we stopped at nothing, baby. They couldn't take us, they couldn't change us, they couldn't catch us if they tried.
Now you've got your little shaker style door. So what I'm doing now is just using a router to create a ledge where then I can set in a piece of 1/4-inch plywood. As you can see, I have all of my pieces over there and they should be dried and ready to go, but I forgot to make my little dividers for my drawers. I just cut a piece of 3/4-inch plywood and threw on some edge banding here. It's super easy to apply. There's adhesive on the back, so the iron heats up that adhesive on the back. And then I just spent some time taking a razor blade to get any of the uneven edges off, and then sanded it down, and then I did a light sand with 220 on the edges to make it look really clean. So now all I have to do is stain those and protect them, and then everything is ready to go in. Good morning. I think today is the last day working on these drawers. At least that's the hope. As far as I know, everything with the drawers is ready to go. One of the things that you guys did not see me do is place the 1/4-inch plywood on the inside of my shaker style drawer fronts. So this is what it looks like. I basically cut the right width and height and then just used some little brad nails and nailed them into the back. That's obviously not going to be visible. And then this is, you know, the final product.
You got ice like summer sky. If you're smart, could kill or die. And now it starts to rain, so let's enjoy it. I can't believe that this is real. And the way you make me feel, you make me want.
So I'm gonna start attaching the faces and simultaneously lining up these so that the latches latch. Except I forgot to cut this out. I will be back. Right there. See how it looks. Beautiful. All right, check it out. I have my first face on. Look at how beautiful that is. So when it's closed, it'll fit in there like so, except that's not the case yet. So basically, I'm going to drill this hole, stick this in there, screw it in. Wish me luck.
Under the palm trees in California.
Basically, just gonna go right there. With itty bitty screws, I'm just... Alright. Okay, we're gonna see if this locks. Oh yeah, it does. Wow! I see just like a tiny little bit off center, but that's okay. Now this is gonna be the tricky part, and I haven't even tested to see if these will fit. And they will. Okay, that's nice. Basically, I'm just gonna do that. Screw it in, and then that will go there. Looks pretty good, huh? Can this still open well? Oh yeah. Perfect. Basically, I'm just going to continue this until the end. So instead of making you suffer through all of this, goodbye. I will see you in a few minutes. So I realized that with these cross-section ones, I'm just measuring halfway, putting drilling the hole and adding the catch, and then screwing it in. It's much easier that way. Thought I'd give you a quick update. It's been about an hour. I had to adjust this box a little bit. I put my slides for my last drawer in here, so everything is set up, and I'll be able to show you the final product in hopefully 20 minutes. I cannot even begin to explain how emotional I felt when I finally put my last box in. Of course, with these videos, I do try to capture the struggles and the mistakes, and this was probably the most frustrating project I've done so far. The solar, that was pretty frustrating, but I mean, I had 2 days this week where I like almost just broke down because I kept making mistakes and things not fitting together properly, needing to make adjustments and then needing to adjust something else. But I am beyond elated. I feel like I can take on the world after making these drawers. So if you are running into any issues with your drawers or your cabinets or any part of your van build, just keep plugging away because it will be worth it. Might take some extra time, maybe a few tears of frustration, but I promise you it'll be worth it. If you don't remember, one of the first things that I built were the boxes for my wheel wells. And thinking back to those and looking at those now, I am just blown away at how my confidence and my skills have grown over the last few months. I can't express enough how much gratitude I have for this experience and for you guys and the support and the ability to continue sharing these parts of my life with you. So with that being said, I am going to say goodbye. I hope you enjoyed this video. This is probably one of my favorite things in the van so far. Make sure to give this a like if you learned anything, and if you are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button to keep up with us for the rest of the van build and after. I'll see you next week. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad that you're not broken. Ow, my hair is caught. Ow. What is my hair caught on? Oh shit. Oh no. No. There's so much sawdust in this camera lens.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun.